Central Florida government leaders are hoping to thwart proposed legislation that would reform special taxing districts, with some saying the proposals are the state's latest attack on home rule. Lawmakers in the State House and Senate plan to consider bills in their session that begins January 9. In 2016, a Miami-Dade grand jury found that the districts known as community development agencies are ripe for pet projects and could be used as a slush fund for elected officials. But supporters of CDOS say the districts aren't broken and have helped pay for projects such as the Amway Center, the Hannibal Square Community Center, and the reshaping of Winter Garden's popular downtown. If there are abuses, let's fix the abuses, Apopka Mayor Joe Kilsheimer said. Local officials have a better understanding of their communities than people in Tallahassee, and I'm concerned that Tallahassee is going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. CDOS were created to funnel tax dollars to underserved parts of communities in the hope of encouraging revitalization. 9 such districts exist across Central Florida, including in Orlando, Apopka, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Ocoee, and a total of 224 operate across the state. Orlando's mostly encompasses downtown and has a $30 million budget, officials say. The Florida League of Cities opposes HB 17, filed by State Rep. Jake Raburn, R. Lithia, and SB 432 introduced by Sen. Tom Lee, Arthinotasasa, Assistant General Counsel David Cruz said. The House bill requires new CDOS to first be approved by the state and says all existing ones would be terminated in 2038 unless a supermajority of its governing board voted to continue it. The House bill is ready to be voted on as soon as session begins in January, Cruz said. The likelihood of it passing the House is exceedingly high. Meanwhile, the Senate bill calls for new ethics and lobbying requirements, while also shaking up CRA board composition by requiring 2 non-elected officials be appointed to each one. Our city elected officials are held accountable by voters, and appointed officials are not, Cruz said. Cities obviously feel CDOS are a very effective redevelopment tool, and any legislation that would curtail their ability is legislation the League of Cities should oppose. Should either bill pass, Orlando's CRA Executive Director, Thomas Chapman, said the city would be mostly unaffected and would continue to direct its efforts toward affordable housing projects and attempts to improve the Paramore neighborhood. We're in good shape, he said. We're already doing the vast majority of the things proposed here. We're transparent anyway. Kilsheimer said Apopka's CRA this year began programs that will bring the revitalization of downtown Apopka. That includes a project in an impoverished area south of U.S. Highway 441 that is expected to include housing, a hotel, dining and entertainment. When I'm talking to legislators, I'll be telling them this is what Apopka is doing with our CRA, and the programs we're investing in are going to create jobs and better our environment, Kilsheimer said. In Winter Park, city commissioners last week discussed formally opposing the CRA bills and defending home rule.